Hey guys, welcome back to Duo Gaming. This is our second night of Dungeons and Dragons. We will be venturing once again into the lands of Djruthourhi. Last week was kind of a one-shot because we were missing a bunch of people. This one's a continuation of our long-running game. So what we're going to do tonight is I'm going to kind of introduce everybody to the world, and then I'm going to call on our players to kind of introduce their characters that they're playing. So without wasting too much time, I know you guys have been patient watching the countdown. We're going to get right to it. So, the lands of Djruthourhi were once prosperous and peaceful. The dragon gods were adored and worshipped by all as they ruled the skies and grazed upon the land. The Draconian Era, as it came to be called, lasted for 5,000 years in relative calm, until one day the dragon gods answered prayers no more. No one knew why the gods abandoned their people, though there were many theories. But as go the divine, so went the mortal dragons. Sightings became more and more sparse until, sadly, these grand creatures were only legends. After the Exodus, the Diabodoan dynasty had taken hold of most of the continent and had introduced a new pantheon of gods, called the Djruthourhi. The divine oratory, in charge of spreading the word of the Djruthourhi, appeared as their messengers. This religious sect, eager to fill the gap in the citizens' spiritual lives, began to spread with the exclusive help of the dynasty. Many were against the replacement of the dragon gods so quickly, and there were those who rose up and waged conflict for their beliefs. It was the divine oratory's militaristic clergy, the divine march, that put down these conflicts quickly and with finality. Eventually the dragon gods were but whispers, some still following their ways in secret, while others spit upon their names for abandoning the people. 2 years ago, a call of arms went out to the lands near and far. Adventurers were needed to find the source of a great corruption that was taking over the land. Dark magics caused living bodies to rot and the countryside to be drained. Many answered this call, but none so brave as the Light's Gambit. These adventurers traveled the lands, helping the rich and poor alike as they sought the source of this dark power. Somehow, they gained the attention of a powerful wizard named Amon, who set them on the path to their destiny. Through victories and mishaps alike, the Light's Gambit stumbled upon a plot of the dragon cult to gather a hoard of treasure to be used to resurrect the draconic goddess Tiamat. Our heroes tirelessly thwarted the cult's efforts at every turn, losing more than one of their cherished fellowship along the way. When all was said and done, however, the cult was splintered, the treasure seized, by cloud giants no less, and the adventurers victorious and well paid. The year is now 137 PE. The Light's Gambit has been scattered to the far corners of the continent, but Amon, using his magic, brought these heroes together once more on the anniversary of their victory. "The king is to be assassinated," the wizard had said, before sending them to the capital city of Diabodo to investigate. Our heroes uncovered many things while in the city, most curious of all being a set of artifacts called the Keys of Turnok, one of which had been stolen from the castle. The assassination plot was just a distraction. Now the Light's Gambit seek out the other two of these keys, and answers to why they are important. This is where we start, in the Charendel region, on the road to Pav. This is Charendel, and that circle is where we are. So let's go to D&D time. And hello players, we are live.
Ahoy.
How is everybody today?
Oh, wait.
Peachy.
How about you?
Oh, I'm good. Always looking forward to playing.
Ready to win a werewolf's heart.
Oh my
Someday.
god. Not gonna
Meow.
happen, dude.
Not today.
I'm
Jezebel
here
is a
to
wolf.
avenge my. I'm here to kill all the possums.
We are a long way from that place.
I will rid the new place of possums.
All right. Well, let's go around since our viewers will be meeting many of these characters for the first time. We will start with Malagos.
Okay. Hello. So, Melios is a 6'3" copper dragonborn paladin. She's the daughter of a Xanadu soldier who just taken the oath of devotion, working in the name of Bahamut. She met the late Gambit in one of their journeys after falling through, I believe it was like a ceiling. She fell on top of Kaelin and joined their fight to help rid the world of the Dragon Cult. So during those travels, she joined the Silver Dawn when she met them in Astilbor. Astilbor?
Astillaborn. Or Astillabor, yeah.
Astil-
Astillabor.
Yeah. And then once the Dragon Cult was defeated, there was like a 2-year break, and she practically hid east, hunting down a forgotten temple of Bahamut, which, funny enough, she was lost for 17 of those months. And now she has found the temple, restored it, and dons a very shiny silver armor. And much to her best, she constantly is called a superhero by a certain party member.
Superhero.
She's not a superhero.
She is.
Oh, that's Malagos.
All right.
Hashtag superhero. Let's make it a thing.
No, please don't.
Kyrie, would you like to go next?
Sure. Kyrie is a 25-year-old human cleric that stands at 5'5". She has blonde hair and green eyes and is about 110 pounds. She is married to Kaelin and has been part of the Light's Gambit for about 2 years. She started off her career without knowing much about her past, but with the help of Kaelin and Hawks is starting to learn more about her unknown past. During her travels, she met the deity Tamara after cleansing her temple. Kyrie then dedicated herself to Tamara.
Okay. Hawks, how about you?
Well, I am a Triton. Lived under the sea for quite the longest time, then suddenly got washed up while Kaelin and Kyrie, not sure what they were doing on the beach, but that's how I met them. I guess you could say I ended up being washed up. But I am a warlock, and my patron is the mighty Ixen, the creator of all gods. And I have a thing for a werewolf from way from a kingdom that I hope to see again. And I am incredibly handsome.
A werewolf
What?
that is 8 feet tall when she's furry.
Yeah, I should mention that I'm 5'4".
That's all right. That's all right. Garganoth, let's go with you.
I'll be introducing Garganoth, son of Daniel. He's a burly, clean-smelling mountain dwarf standing 4 to 4'5" on a good day, a smile as big as the sun, and a heart of purest gold ingots. Friendship is an unbreakable bond with this one, lest you commit an act of deep betrayal, and he will go to the mattresses and even the laundromat for you, while taking on a bounty to kill a monster on the way, keeping the local town of wherever they might find themselves just a little bit safer for one night. Their methods may be a little unorthodox and quite chaotic at times, but their intentions are always pure. They wield the Great Whelm, gifted to them by the notorious fierce mage Jason. They found sunny day spectacles and hasn't looked greater in 30 years, and they also happen to prevent him from going crazy. And he also plays whack-a-mole with the meanest and baddest, and then sleeps like a baby every night.
All right. Let's head off to Ragavan.
Ragavan is, I believe, the newest member to the party. She was given to them when they opened a book, which is her patron, where she gets her power from. She's a warlock bard. He is I want to get the exact height. He is 13 inches tall, 13 and a half when her ears are up. She's a little kitty. She's a tiny cat that floats around on a magical book. She's been in that book for a long time, has very little social cues, so she has no filter. She always says what comes to mind. She's befriended a few people in the party, namely Saren and Odd, who is not here because I'm not allowed nice things. And she believes that Malagos is a superhero because the fish would not lie to her.
Yes, Oddstum is one of our missing players tonight. They are playing a Warforged sorcerer. And I won't go too much into their character, as it's probably best if they explain it. But we will move on to Saren.
So I play Saren. So Saren is a wood elf rogue. She's a thief. She joined the party before their 2-year separation. She was a street thief that tried to steal from the party, and they very bravely and kindly took her in. Since then, she's honed her thieving skills, joined a crime family, and she's made very close friends with Malagos, who's sort of like a parole officer and glares at her when she does things she's not supposed to. And that's Saren. She tries to do the right thing sometimes.
All right. And last but not least, one of 2 of the original members of the Lights Gambit left, the other being Kyrie. Let's go with Kaylin.
My name is Kaylin Yuane. I'm a Wood Elf Ranger. Also, just to complete the trifecta of stereotype, I am an Outlander. Over the past 2 years, when the party wasn't together, I got married to Kyrie, and then shortly afterwards, hunting down some information on Kyrie's family, I left and traveled halfway around the continent, accidentally abandoning my newlywed wife. I then traveled to the Dragonflight, and found, as I stepped through a door, a single glimpse of Kyrie's family's name before I was whisked off by the great mage who sent us on our current quest.
Ah, yes. There within reach, only to be snatched away. Alright, so that is the introductions. Our group is currently joined by well, we don't really know much about Yagi. She's a violet-skinned tiefling and is currently missing an arm, as it was unceremoniously chopped off due to some alien creatures trying to dig into it. She has joined with the group to possibly get her arm returned to her in the next town, and in return, she may have information on some of the stolen items that our party has had missing. So, for those of you watching, this is going to be the world map for now. Where we are currently is right here, circled in red. This is the Charandel region. And when we zoom in to that region map, we can then see that the red circle is about roughly the area where our players have camped out for the night. So, without further ado, let's get this show on the road. It is going to be early morning for you all after a night of speaking with awakened shrubbery and plants. No danger in the night, but the morning is very foggy and a little chilled. You are further south here in this area than you're used to. And as the sun comes up on the last person keeping watch, you do start to hear the faint sound of birds. And if one were to look up in the sky, they can see the rain clouds slowly moving away into the distance. So, how do you all start your morning?
God,
breakfast?
big old stretch.
Kaylin's gonna reheat some of the veal from last night.
I'm going to try and creep out of the tent without anyone realizing that Yagi was in the tent too. But I'm assuming that Yagi is not going to be subtle because she's not subtle.
Well-
I'm still snoring extremely loudly in my tent.
Who was in each other's tents? I have forgotten this. Or did we have that figured out?
I thought we did, to be
I
honest,
actually
but
wasn't
I
here
don't
that
remember.
session, so
Garganoth is
I
probably
was
with
wherever
me
you
here.
placed me.
Well, I
Dragon with
remember...
Otter Saren.
I was by myself
Odd.
enjoying my own personal space until Yagi crept into my tent.
Yeah, and
Oh,
you
is
didn't
that
kick
how
her
it
out.
happened?
I don't think you. I was gonna say, I don't think you had many complaints there.
So,
Sarah had a good day.
you two enjoy yourself last night?
I'm gonna creep out of the tent and I'm like crawling out of the tent. I go. And I creep over to my bag and start looking for food.
I pass over a leftover fish stew.
No, it's also, I don't need any. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. I was asleep and I woke up and Yagi was there and nothing happened. I don't need judgment. Anyone in this room.
I'm coming out of the other tent, I think, and being hopefully overhearing them.
Oh. 100%.
Oh,
What happened last night?
It happened.
Yagi and Saren had sex.
Okay.
Yagi's not going to back me up, but you guys can trust me. Nothing happened.
Yagi...
Garganoth
It
comes out of
doesn't
his tent.
Go ahead, go.
I'm
Sorry.
asking Yagi if they did anything last night. Did
Yeah.
anything happen?
Yagi hasn't come out of the tent yet, but Garganoth just did.
Yeah, Garganoth did.
Garganoth comes out of the tent. Did you just call me Gargi? Hello? Good morning.
Hey, Garg, our girl got some.
Nice.
I hate you.
Bow chicka wow wow.
Good for you. You
Then
live
I'll-
your best life.
It's been like a week since I killed someone.
Val
that
gives
what they
me a
call it?
point going,
Sounds like you got a bunch of
are you
stuff.
pent up?
I mean, having sex with a shifty tiefling's better than killing someone.
I'm gonna pull my hood over my my cloak of my hood all the way down my face, and just quietly finish my stew.
It's about that
Why are
moment that Yagi does actually kind of crawl out from the tent. Hair is kind of muffed up, but she kind of has a smug look on her face and just sits up and gives Saren a little finger wave before walking off to the trees, probably to take care of the morning business.
Well, that didn't help your
Someone
argument.
happy to wake up today.
I saw that finger wave.
Kyrie, aren't you glad that this isn't us anymore?
Yeah,
Is
definitely.
that a good thing or is that a bad thing that's not you guys?
Well, we don't have to deny it.
Yeah.
True.
Yagi, you're not
See why.
run away, are you?
Oh, she cares.
No, but y'all can hold my hand if you like.
I think she means her amputated one. She doesn't want to drop it.
That's right.
And then I said, I'm just.
I offer to hold it. Be like, this isn't the worst thing that I've had to deal with.
Yeah, it's
What is the worst thing you've had to deal with?
You don't want to know. And Hawks is giving this look like he's been traumatized.
Well, you know how Hawks breathed underwater and lived in the ocean?
Yeah.
Let's just say
That's where whales...
you surface people dump all these terrifying and disgusting things that you don't want anyone else to know about in the sea.
Yeah, and you guys use the bathroom in the sea too.
Are you seriously blue-piecing us now?
First off, peeing in the ocean is one thing. Seeing a used condom in the ocean is another.
How do you know it was used?
And at that point, Molly just walks away from the conversation.
Ragavan
don't
is about
wanna know.
to float out of her tent.
Do they taste different?
Hawks, everybody
Oh.
zip up your tents at night.
We've broken our DM. It's been like 4 minutes.
Yeah, it's literally been like 10 minutes and already.
Ragavan's gonna wipe her eyes with her paw and be like, why are we talking about this? And congratulations, Sarah, and I heard you got lucky.
Actually lying.
Hey, Ragavan. Good kitty.
Yeah.
I throw a fish.
Fish?
Yep.
Fish? We're getting fish?
Yeah, I throw a fish directly at you.
Ragavan like zooms in the air, catching it in her mouth, and goes and nuzzles up to Kaylin.
Dexterity check.
From me, or...
I'm assuming
From the
is it
cat.
both of us?
From the cat.
The cat. Just a straight up dexterity check?
Yeah, straight up dexterity to catch a fish. 17. Why is it black?
Maybe
What?
it's evening?
Why is what black?
Do you
Okay.
have dark mode on?
No, that was weird. Okay, I think I fixed it. Okay. Yeah, easy enough. Ragavan leaps off the book, catches a fish in their mouth, and it's still fairly fresh, even though it was caught yesterday.
Ew.
Hawks is
Ragavan-
over
Ragavan's gonna
sitting
cue it
down
like nuzzle
eating
up to
some of
Kaylin.
the... What?
Alright, Hawks first, or no, sorry, Ragavan first, then Hawks.
Ragavan's like gonna like munch on it while she floats on her book over to Kaylin and nuzzles up to Kaylin and says, we're friends now. I've decided we're friends. Especially since Odd is sleeping in.
Kaylin's gonna scritch behind Ragavan's ears.
Oh, yeah.
Ragavan
Well,
starts purring it. Ragavan just purrs and is in heaven. She has fish and pets.
while we are all just waiting, just everyone roll your initial initiatives so that if we have some combat, we'll have them already set to go as we continue.
Real quick, Hawks is also just sitting there eating the strangely cooked fish that he cooked.
Hawks cooked it?
Hawks cooked it.
A strangely cooked fish that you cooked yourself. What did you do to it?
You're on the wrong game.
Can
Can
sea
you
elves cook
in? I
underwater?
didn't see my token to I didn't
Yeah.
see my token to click on.
Vents.
It's at the
Thermal
top of the
vents.
screen.
Do you want me to re-roll it?
I'll add
You
it
have
in.
not been invited to this game.
But I have on my other computer. I'm gonna stick it on him.
I got a 4.
That's sad.
It's not the worst we've done. Oh my god, we have the same initiative. House. How do we both have point goals? Oh, never mind. No.
Okay.
Oh.
The 22 is from me. I'm having.
I already clicked you all.
Yep, we're good.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, continue. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to break up the flow.
I may have found a very, very hot vent in the water somewhere. And cooked it there.
That's inventive.
Ha!
Very.
Ha! That's a good one!
Oh, you son of a. Oh,
Kaylin, you should be a comedian.
Oh my.
Don't encourage her.
I did do stand-up when I first started adventuring to support the purchase of my gear.
Really? Tell me some jokes.
Well, you see, I stood up and asked for money.
Oof.
That's rough.
Tough
buddy.
crowd.
That was the worst thing you've ever said.
No, it had some
Fox
thought. It
doesn't
wasn't that bad.
understand.
You guys are mean.
And you still love us.
And yet I'm leaving you.
Don't you leave us.
Oh,
Excuse me. What was that? I heard sick.
Okay. Retiring Malagars.
I think we need to adjust ourselves.
Why?
Well, you see, I don't want to die in this business, and that's kind of where everything's always headed. So I'm gonna send other people to their death. I'm gonna train adventurers.
Oh, they're definitely doomed, alright.
Worst
That's
idea.
not very nice. Ragavan
Well,
looks
I
up
mean-
and the pet scratches. That's not very nice of you, Hawks. I think
They
Kaylin's
live
done
in
very
Naya.
well considering they're one of the only party members from the original group that are still here.
Exactly what I was about to say.
Kaylin's done a very good job of protecting herself and her wife.
Exactly.
No. Kyrie has done a wonderful job at protecting them.
Oh,
Need I
Kaylin's
remind
protected
you?
too.
Need I remind you who heals us all the time?
Kaylin also heals us sometimes. Kaylin also damages things so that we don't die like super easy.
I also heal stuff too.
Exactly. Everybody's useful.
That was very
You,
mean
I
of you,
guess.
Hawks. Please be nice to my friend.
I'm useful?
Sometimes, I guess.
Yay!
You have your moment.
Oh, and then there's our superhero.
Oh, jeez. I guess it's gonna give a squinty-eyed look at Hop. Like, please stop.
You can glare at me all you want. It won't change the fact that you are.
I'm gonna put you in a fishbowl.
That's not a very bad threat. I've always wanted an apartment.
I've always wanted an apartment.
So does that mean we're arranging this? Yes.
Sure.
Alright, I'll find one somewhere.
As the party, I guess, continues their breakfast banter, Kaylin, you begin to hear a wagon approaching from the
Elf
east.
sense tingling.
Elf sense is tingling.
Is that bridge side or pav side?
East is Pav side.
I say, someone's coming. Wagon. Horse drawn. Might be trouble.
Saren's going to take out her bow and hide in the bushes. Stealthily.
Ragavan is gonna
Malleus.
follow where Kaelin goes, because Kaelin fed them. And she hopes for
Go.
more pet scratches.
Garganoth is going to stand in the middle of the road eating an apple.
Malleus is going to stand by Garganoth.
Okay.
I'm
Sword
going.
not drawn yet.
When
Uh,
when Ragavan sees Malagos stand next to him, Ragavan goes, "My hero."
I'm gonna eat up 4 more portions of veal, just quickly.
And I'm going to spill drink all over myself. That's what I'm going to do.
I am going to hide behind Malagos and be like, my human shield. Sorry, Dragonborn shield.
Well, with some of the party set off in possible ambush and the other just blatantly standing in the middle of the road, the wagon draws closer, and it's a rather old, kind of rickety wagon with pieces of cloth and different hides and leathers and furs kind of hanging from strips along its surface. Seems to be a woman at the driver's seat. She's looks both old and young at the same time, kind of ageless altogether. And her hair seems to be strands of different colors. There's blonde and brunette and red all through her hair. As she notices your group in the middle of the road, she pulls the old mule that's pulling this cart to a stop. Oh, you decided to... You're not going to rob me, are you?
Oh, no, of course
No,
not.
no, no.
Garganoth waves and with a big smile. We were just making sure that you were not somebody with bad intentions. That's all.
Bad intentions,
I didn't
good
hear anything.
intentions? All intentions are just a matter of perspective. I'm just a simple shopkeeper traveling along with my wares and looking for those who might like to make a purchase.
Oh,
What kind of wares? Malleus like looks up a little.
As soon as you say what kind of wares, she smiles and reaches down to her left and pulls a lever on the cart. There is the whirring of machinery and the clicking of gears as the old rickety cart starts to kind of open up and fold outward into what appears to be some kind of mechanical shop front. She climbs down from the wagon and moves over to the side, which is opened up to show all these shelves and hanging baskets that are filled with clear glass bottles. Some of these bottles hold body parts like fingers and ears. Some hold pieces of animals like a hoof or a cow's tongue. Yet still there are others that hold like tree branches and little bits of herbs. And there's one that seems to be filled with dirt.
I like your style.
Oh,
Well, that's
I'm
interesting.
so glad. I sell all manner of things, but on top of it all, I sell experience.
You sell
Experience.
experience. Go on.
Yes, experience. a year's experience in a trade or some wonderful skill can make you very useful with that skill or trade all the more. However, sometimes there are consequences to shortcuts, and too many shortcuts at once can take away just as much as you've gained.
And how much for one of these doohickeys?
Oh, well, each bottle is, well, the normal price would be about 1,500 gold a bottle, but, we can make a trade for equal value if such a thing were to come about. Experience for experience is always a fair trade.
I would like
Can-
to ask her about something after. Yeah, never mind. Sorry.
Garganoth just wants to do an insight check to try to determine her intentions to see if they're leaning towards good or bad.
Go ahead and make that insight check. And Hawks, what is your question?
I'm in need of a new staff. Do you have anything powerful?
And she smiles, and Garganoth, her smile seems genuine. It seems like she's just an odd character who's been honest this whole time. Turning her
I'll do something after Hawks finishes.
Okay. Turning her attention to Hawks, she smiles and kind of raises a finger, wagging it at him. No, dear, I sell experience, not tools.
Would I be able to... Sorry, go ahead.
What do you mean by experience? Do you sell anything a warlock could use?
Let me take a step back out of character here and explain that this is a vendor where you can purchase proficiencies.
Hawks wants to purchase some insight.
And she smiles and
Ragavan supports this.
she smiles and looks to Garganoth for a moment. Was there something else on your mind, Sir Dwarf?
Garganoth whistles to the rest of the party that are hiding in the tree line as if to say it's okay and all clear so they can come out. Because he thinks her intentions are good.
Saren's not going to move out of where she is. She's quite content staying hidden. But she's going to also keep a tab on Yagi.
Oh, Yagi stands right up and walks out and starts inspecting the bottles.
Oh, do you also have him, persuasion too?
Do you remember what she said? Too much, you may lose more than what you gained. Don't get greedy with it.
Words of
Wow.
advice, Hawks.
I just want those two things.
How do you know that's not too much?
That might
I'll
not
take
be
my
too much, though.
chances.
Go ahead, Garganoth. Sorry about that.
No, that's all. I'm just chiming in.
Oh, okay. A silver tongue and sharp eyes can be quite expensive, and gaining both might lose you a good ear.
I'm willing to take that chance.
Well, I've given my warning and said my piece, and if it's the sharp eyes that you seek... She turns around and kind of strums her fingers along a few of the bottles and plucks one from the basket. Inside is a pale yellow tincture that appears to have many small eyeballs inside, that flit around and look in all different directions. That is until she points it at Hawks, and they all turn, staring at the Triton. Will it be gold or will it be trade?
What about that persuasion?
Let's start one at a time.
It'll be gold.
Alright, 1,500 gold pieces.
Deal.
She
Are
takes your...
you sure, Alex?
Actually, you know what? Instead of, I'm Hawks is hesitant and changing his mind. You know what? I'll just take that persuasion off of your hands, and that'll be it.
Oh, no, dear. You've already agreed to the deal. And Hawks, as you look down, you see the hand that was holding the gold now holds the bottle that's staring back at you.
Hawks is weirded out by this. I think this is all I'm gonna take.
Very well. They don't keep forever. Drink while you can.
I drink it immediately.
Or he gets ready to heal.
Roll me a D100, Hawks.
Flip that into a shape.
15. Hawks, as you drink down this potion, the eyeballs, it's kind of like boba. And you can also almost feel them like trying to roll off of your tongue, like they don't want to be drank immediately. And as you finish off the entire bottle, leaving a very bitter taste in your mouth, you feel a bit more focused, a bit more alert, and you do gain an extra proficiency in insight.
Yay. Also, Garganoth, I am sorry. It's really hard to hear you, so if I did interrupt you, I'm very, very sorry.
No, don't worry about it. Appreciate it, though.
The woman smiles as you drink it down, and she kind of waits a moment and seems to nod as if she was waiting for something else to happen, but it didn't. She tucks the gold inside of her robe and looks around and says, "Is anyone else looking for experience?"
I have no need of my athletic training, but to gain some insight into history would be extremely helpful to me.
History. Well now, as I've said before, too many shortcuts, you can lose more than you gain. But let us see what we have. And she goes back to the cart and begins looking through the bottles. And she pulls one out that seems to be filled with some part sand, some part little wads of paper. Yet still there's little pieces of stonework. And as she holds it up, she smiles. A trade, is it? Well, those can be tricky. But we shall try. And she walks over to Kaelin and takes a bottle from within her robes. And she pulls the cork out and places the bottle to Kaelin's forehead. Now, I want you to think about what it is that you wish to trade. And we shall see if the trade is acceptable.
I think about feats of strength and of running and moving large things.
Okay. So, this being a strength-based proficiency that you want to give, you're going to roll me a strength save. $17. Very well. With a 17, you only have to roll a d4. Three. Okay. So you all watch as this vendor is placing a bottle to Kaelin's head. And you see Kaelin seeming to concentrate as this woman seems a bit excited. The bottle itself seems to start to fill up. It's almost a froth at first, which seems to fill the bottle completely, making it hard to see inside. But as it disappears and clears up, you begin to see what looks like a bit of striped tiger fur, maybe a pelt. Little, like, crustaceans with shells. Very odd ingredients inside this bottle. And Kaelin, as she pulls the bottle away from your forehead, you feel a little pop. And it does leave a mark on your forehead. And you have lost your proficiency in your athletics. And you have also gained 1 point of exhaustion.
I have disadvantage on ability checks.
Popping the cork back into the bottle and kind of swishing it around up to the light, she smiles and turns to her audience and says, "Success! She didn't die. Aren't we all happy for that?"
Hearing that, Malago. Oh, how do I want to word this? Because Malagos is now like, what the fuck?
Wait. Before Malagos does anything foolish, I would like to get what I paid
just
for.
put an insight check, you fool.
She does hand over the small bottle with the sand and the stonework and the bits of parchment inside and gives it to Kaelin.
Okay.
And you can insight check
Recommend.
Malagos.
Because, like, this woman just seems so sketchy. Shit, what the fuck, guys?
I checked. She's fine.
Oh, there's the balls we get. Fuck
Malagos, though she may not be quite as entertaining to you, so far, nothing bad has happened.
Can I do an insight check?
You may.
She's just sus. I don't like her. It just seems weird. Ah, or fuck.
Wow.
I missed the rolls from last week.
Hawks, everything
Right?
seems on the up and up to you. Kaelin, you have your bottle in hand as she turns around and places the bottle she took from you into the basket.
Why do you collect experience from other people? That seems like a weird trade. How
Well,
did you even get into that?
nothing is free, my dear Dragonborn. All experience must come from somewhere. You cannot learn a trade with nothing. Someone else must teach you. So is the way of my bottles and my magics. The experience comes from somewhere, someone who has put in the time and the effort. And I trade it for other experience. There's always a price.
So here's the thing: when you give people that experience, is it forever, or does it expire?
Well, not unless they try and trade it for something else.
Kaylin's going to put the parchmented bottle up to her lips, take a long draft, and then drain the rest.
Kaylin, this is very hard to down. It's soggy and crunchy, and bits of things are inside. And your body doesn't want to swallow it. It tastes old and musty. And there's a strange weight to it. You could almost feel it like weighing you down with the passage of time and the weight of the history that it brings. Roll me a D100.
One roll.
98.
My thing really feel really bad.
Let's hope for expertise.
Kaylin, as the weight of history comes upon you, you do feel that you have some more knowledge. You gain your proficiency in history. However, being an elf, as history is, you have gained 35 years to your life. Or to
And
your
I look
age.
exactly the same.
Probably, yes.
Elves live for 900 years, give or take. You said 35?
Yes, 35.
Okay, so 127.
Is it that couple? One gets like younger, the other gets older.
I say to I look to Kyrie and I say, I feel more distinguished. Do I look more distinguished?
No.
Wonderful.
Kaylin's hair has grown out.
But your hair got longer. Wow. That. Huh. I like it.
Thank you. I need to braid
You're
it.
welcome. Ooh, that looked nice.
I begin to braid my hair, winding in flowers and twigs from my surroundings.
And as you're talking about your hair, you feel a tightness inside your boots. And Kyrie, you notice Kaylin's fingernails curling a little bit with 35 years worth of growth.
Ah.
Oh.
Ugh.
Gross.
You need some trimming
could
on
be
your
worse.
nails.
I quickly pull off my boots and like just sit there waiting for it to stop.
It takes a few moments, but eventually it does stop.
And I take out a knife and deal with them immediately.
Well done.
Ragavan looked incredibly grossed out.
Ugh. That was real weird.
Are you okay,
Huh?
Kaylin? You don't look so good.
I think I just aged 35 years.
Doesn't look like you aged at all.
Aw.
Really? Because it looks like they are ancient.
Irene
nowhere
gives
near being
Hux
ancient
a
yet.
very, very angry glare. See?
See me, Meligos?
I ain't saving you for that one. You walked into that yourself.
The woman smiles and with a gleeful expression. Wonderful! 2 satisfied customers.
Let's say somebody wanted to become closer with their god Daniel. Might you have anything for that?
Ooh, years of devotion and study in the cloisters of some forgotten temple, studying the manuscript and speaking with your deity? That sounds so terribly boring. But it's not my experience, is it?
Garganoth glances over at Kaylin. Not too many years of study, mind you.
Oh.
Kaylin looks back and is like, I just got a new haircut. I don't know what you're talking about.
Garganoth lowers his gaze to the fingernails.
Yagi is actually gathering up the coils of fingernails, oddly enough.
Yagi? No, you can't have any part of me. I know what they can be used for.
They're good spell components, and some people will pay very good money for elf fingernails.
Yes, including the people that would hunt me down and kill me with knowledge of my location.
I wouldn't tell them it was from you. But if you decide to cut that hair, let me know, because, yeah.
Yagi. No.
I could have cut it myself. At least I asked.
The fingernails and the toenails.
Put the fingernails on the ground.
She takes the little pouch that she had been putting it in and dumps it out on the ground. Y'all have no idea of commerce. This lady gets it, at least.
Ladies. Different. Now, who's in charge not to offend the lady, but she's creeped out by her.
I take what's left of my nails, I carry them over to the fire and just dump them in.
The lady seems a little perplexed with Garganoth, not expecting a barbarian or someone looking like one to ask for such an odd bit of experience. But
it has to do with my family lineage.
Oh, okay. Well, what kind of payment will we be gathering from you?
Well, I can offer you my cloak of protection, seeing as Danielle will be all the protection I need.
See, I have no real use for items such as that. So we're talking either gold or trade, and one's more dangerous than the other.
Fair enough.
Yes. Garganoth will think about it for a little bit while other people pass.
She pulls out a small, it's a bottle, but it's long, and inside is like this inky black fluid, which seems to be almost like oil and water, as there's a clear fluid and the black fluid that doesn't seem to mix with one another. And she kind of holds it up and shakes it in her hand. When you're ready, when you decide, I do have what you're looking for.
Can someone trade for someone else, Ragavan asks?
Can someone trade for someone else? I think not, as the balance would be tipped in that point. No, that probably would not work. And it would be quite unfortunate if one were to die for their friend's experience.
Even if we want to?
Yes, I don't deal in life. I only deal in experience.
Yes, but I would give you my experience. I don't necessarily need it.
No, it's going to be the person who wishes for the shortcut must worry about the path taken.
Well, I believe I already owe somebody gold for something else, seeing as my gold was stolen, so I'll have to pass for now, but thank you.
Very well. It's hard to tell when our paths will cross again. And she smiles, dipping the bottle back where she got it from. Is there anyone else that's looking for experience? Improvements are such wonderful things.
Actually, I use the hard work.
If we do cross paths again, tell me, if we wished for more experience in an area where we already possess some, could we purchase that from you?
Oh, indeed. But as always, the risk is there.
Garganoth will say, on second thought, I think I have a skill that I might not need to use for the time being.
Oh, what is this skill? Please tell me of your experience.
Well, this skill can make somebody very gifted in the arts of animal handling. That may fall under whichever category of things.
Okay. And tell me, what is the origin of this experience?
Well, it's animal handling. You can ride, you can break horses in, you can handle your mule there in many different ways.
No, dear. No. You're not understanding. Tell me the journey that came with it. I know what it tastes like. I want to know how it was made.
Well, the rams of the mountains, you see, we often use them for combat in my neck of the the mountains, I suppose, and well, these beasts, they can climb the mountains at crazy degrees of incline, and it can make for getting around to be quite I honestly, you have to experience it. It is, and then they go down the mountain. It's oh my good, Garganoth is just in pure bliss as he closes his eyes and rethinks back to the days of ram riding with his friends.
Ooh, quite
Are
exotic.
you sure that's something you would want to give up and not keep for yourself?
Well, I mean, there are no ram around here, and
But what
I
if
really
you go
do wish
home?
to become closer with Danielle.
What if you go home and you don't have that experience and you can't ride them the way you used to? Is that worth giving it up?
Malagos, are you my friend?
Yes.
Then I am home. This is where I belong. You are now my family. All of you.
Yes. Please, don't try to sway his fervor. I will accept your trade.
So,
It is an exotic skill. It's not often that we get things from such far-off places, especially one that is described with such passion.
That sparks my suspicion, and I roll insight.
Hawks, she appears very passionate about this.
Can I tell she's being genuine and friendly too?
Yeah, she's very genuine about her excitement for making this trade.
Okay.
And there does not appear to be ulterior motives.
Malagos, if you really don't think I should do this, I won't. But I really do wish to become closer with Daniel. It's not just a god, it's my family history, my lineage, my bloodline.
And I want that for you too. Like, did you not hear her? There comes the risk of when she was taking it from Kayla, she said you didn't die.
Garganoth gives Malagos a knowing smile and rubs his ring. Oh, that's not something I need to worry about. But I appreciate the concern, friend.
She grabs
If
another.
you really want to go through with this, get ready from this morning. Malagos is going to. Yes, she doesn't. I don't think Malagos remembers what. I don't think. Did Garganoth ever tell Malagos what the ring does?
Yeah, it's the Esterinian Ring of Healing. So, I pretty much can't die. I go into a coma if my HP falls below a certain percentage.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm essentially sort of immortal, but can still obviously feel pain and broken bones and all that stuff. If I understand that correctly.
Yeah, you're pretty on the money.
I put my hand on Garg's shoulder and I say, I stand with you, friend.
Thank you. And you, Malagos?
If this is what you really want, I will be near to. If anything were to go wrong, I will be here to help you back.
Well, it means a lot to have someone as devout as yourself's blessing. So, with the both of your blessings, I will carry on and look at the impatient, probably impatient for emotional things, shopkeeper.
Oh no, she's just enjoying it. She has the bottle in one hand and she's gone about and found kind of almost like a glass cookie jar. And she takes the large stopper out of it and holds it down to you. Animal handling. Yes. Please. Place one of your hands inside this jar, and we will begin the trade.
Garganoth will put his weapons down and put the hand that does not have the ring on inside the jar.
Okay. Now, animal handling is a... Damn, I
Wisdom.
can't... Wisdom, yes. It is a wisdom save for you.
I think I may have advantage on that. Let me check. Should I just roll it and then figure it out later?
If you have advantage on wisdom saves, it'd probably be good to know.
Perhaps not. I may be confusing it with Orin.
Okay. Alright, make the save.
Oh, right. It's intelligence saving throws. Damage on. Okay.
18. You have to roll a d4.
Oh.
A 1.
Sorry.
Garganoth,
Oh, my sweet Garganoth.
as you hold your hand inside this jar, you feel it's a bit cold. Your joints ache a little bit. And you can feel this force pulling something from your hand. You can almost feel it like draining from your palm and out your fingertips. And when it's all done and this force is gone and you pull your hand from the jar, you realize that you are missing the smallest finger and the ring finger from this hand. And they are now bobbing in the fluid within the jar as she closes the lid. And
So I lost my pinky finger?
your pinky finger and your ring finger on that hand.
Oh my god. Okay.
Ooh, high price for this one. But as I said, the more shortcuts, the higher the price. And she offers you the bottle with your religion inside.
Thank you. Are you selling any fingers, by the way, on a separate note?
I mean,
I can carve you something.
Okay.
She kind of caresses the jar and carefully places it on a prominent shelf within the display.
Thank you. And then Garganoth will say bottoms up and down the hatch.
All right, Garganoth, give me a D100 when you drink that. 20. Garganoth, as you down it, you do feel a bit of knowledge and of like peace of mind, as you feel like your understanding of the religion that you follow, and almost like a warm touch, a comforting touch, as you feel closer to that which you worship and praise to. You also feel a bit tired from this, as your maximum hit points drop by 15.
Ooh.
Temporarily.
Okay. That's
It's a good thing I put in my other hand.
Such wonderful business we're doing today. Is there anyone else? There's plenty to go around.
Theron's going to cave and creep up to the stall.
Ooh. The one from the bushes.
Don't worry about her. I know she seems creepy, but she's really nice.
Is that true?
I'm just like hopping at Hox. It's like I have an aesthetic going. Hox. I'm not nice.
Yes, you are. Don't lie.
And what can I get for a creepy little elf?
He's not creepy.
Elegance.
That's not what I said.
I am the darkness.
Well, Saren?
He's going to have a look around. Are there any jars that pique her interest? Like, are there any jars that are particularly odd looking?
Oh, all of them are odd looking. What is she looking for?
Saren's going to... Saren's going to look at Garganoth's hand.
You don't have any money, you'd have to make a trade.
Exactly. Saren's going, I'm broke. I can't lose any of my fingers because then I'm useless.
Well, I mean...
Saren, the cost is too high. The risk is too high.
If you realize the things that people lost pertain to what they gave.
Yes, and for me, that is like my livelihood.
The reason that he lost 2 fingers is because it was bitten off.
When?
No, I mean, think about it. Kaelin gave up athletics and became exhausted. Garganoth gave up animal handling, which is a very hands-on skill, and lost 2 of their fingers. whatever Saren would want to offer in trade, if there was a price and the rolls were unkind, you would lose something pertaining to what you were giving up.
No, Saren's going to take a step back.
Very well, very well. Well, if that is all, then I will close up shop and move on down the line to the next person looking for a shortcut along the road.
Thank you for your service.
Oh, of course.
appreciate
Of course. It was a pleasure to share experiences and gain new ones, which I will cherish until the next person comes along wishing for them.
I am sitting at the fire, measuring Garganoth's hand, and talking with him about what he wants. And I will go. Would you like this to be made of wood? I can only.
Well, something temporary is better than nothing, that's for sure.
Okay, I'm sure the forests around here have a suitable tree. I'll follow along the party, possibly at a slower rate, in the tree line, looking for materials.
Thank you, I'll go with you.
And as you all move about and go along working on things, she quietly pulls the lever back and the wagon closes up and folds back in upon itself to look once again as old and decrepit as it did. With a smile, she climbs back into the driver's seat and hitches the reins for the donkey and just kind of gives you all a wave and speaks as she leaves.
Wait!
She pulls back on the reins and stops the entire wagon, looking at Hawks. Yes?
I would still like that persuasion. I'd like to trade for it.
Oh, God.
Very well, very well. What are you offering in trade? As she pulls the lever and the thing opens up again.
My experience with intimidation.
Ooh. Very formidable and scary bit of experience.
You
And
have
what,
experience in that?
and what makes you so intimidating?
Well, being in a warlock in a land where warlocks are very frowned upon.
Ooh, dark powers with old beings. Pacts made, deals struck. Ah, it's almost like what I do. Very well. Your intimidation for some persuasion. This is the fourth shortcut today. And she smiles. And this time, she pulls out, it's almost a flask with a wide mouth to the end. And she takes the empty bottle and holds it up to you. Please, put this between your lips.
I do so.
That would be a charisma save, Hawks.
Hawks, are you? Oh, Jesus.
As this is the fourth shortcut, the price and the DC has raised with every roll.
Oh no.
Hawks,
Huh?
you must
It's
roll a D10.
Oh no. Oh!
10.
I don't
gonna
know
say
if that's
Hawks.
good or bad.
There's always this if you're near me.
I'm gonna have to. Oh, whoops.
Hawks, as you hold this flask between your lips, you feel your mouth become a bit dry. You feel a tightness in your throat and a itchiness as well. It's almost like having a cold, but without the sickness part of it. And as you're holding the bottle, you see little ripples starting to fill the bottle, and it comes out almost red. Not quite blood red, but definitely a shade of crimson. When the bottle is filled, and she takes the flask from between your lips, you feel odd. With a bit...
Like physics.
Yeah, he feels physically odd. Almost like something more has been taken. Now, Hawks, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 different charisma skills. Starting at the top and moving our way down, I want you to roll a d4.
No. Aren't warlocks charisma-based casters?
They are indeed.
2. The second one is intimidation. So, Hawks, here's what happens for you. You do lose your proficiency in intimidation. It is indeed gone. But because you landed on the same skill that you took, you have a -1 to all charisma-based rolls from here on out.
Oh man.
It's just a -1. Could be a lot worse.
Just a -1 on a full set. Regardless of what they were for. Oh, Jesus.
I
I
mean,
don't want to play the creepy warlock lady.
it could always be worse.
Oh, it could be very worse.
Dumey, does that include spells?
Yes. All
Wait, does that
charisma-based rolls.
Oh no.
Yes.
That's
Your
all my
ass is staying near-
spells.
Your ass is staying near me from here on out.
I told you she was a superhero.
I don't know. You dumbass played with a fucking warlock lady, and now look what happened.
Then why are you so protective of me, huh?
Because you dumbass are gonna get yourself killed.
Oh, wait.
No.
Oh.
Hold on.
No.
I gotta check something.
No.
No, Dumey.
No.
Ooh.
What? You god thing.
No.
That's your second shortcut. So give me
Yeah,
another
it is.
d4.
Oh no!
Before doing that, I'm gonna do something odd that I don't know if I can do, but I'm going to pray to Ixen.
Okay.
The mighty Ixen, please save me from this.
Give me your d4.
So, how's the mighty Exon feeling?
So,
Hit me.
Hawks, as she pulls the bottle away, you notice an odd piece of something floating within the red fluid. And as the feeling returns to your throat and the dryness fades from your mouth, your tongue feels a little bit lighter. You've lost your proficiency in primordial.
Oh shit! He lost a fucking life.
Isn't that the language you speak to your god with?
Yes.
The woman reaches in and takes the bit of tongue, perhaps, from the bottle and places it in another bottle. And she gives this almost giddy giggle. Ooh, I got 2 with that one. And placing the bottles away, she hands you the bottle that you asked for. It is
Can I pay for my primordial back?
You want a 3rd shortcut?
No, I want to pay.
Oh, you want gold. Very well. This will be the 5th shortcut today.
Oh, don't. Just primordial dictionary.
I'm not trading for it though.
That will
So it's all
be
He doesn't have to drink it today.
5,000 gold.
Can I do an IOU? Tell you what, better yet, if you go to the Fortress of Light Gambit and
Then
tell
Malgus is
them
gonna
to
shove
pull
a
from
hand over his mouth.
Kaelin licks Boots of Lightning Path together, runs over, talks on the nose, and says, "No."
No.
But I was going to say that they can give them my share.
No.
You don't understand. Primordial is what I speak to my god with.
Dictionary.
You should. No. Malgus is gonna look at Hawks and you should have listened to me and not done the trade. I told you.
How would you feel if you could no longer speak to your god?
Well, let's be honest, Hawks. Your knowledge of Ixen is all. Ixen created all, which means Ixen created all language. So
that it. Wait, yeah, that is true. Never mind.
while you've
Wait,
lost,
never mind. Nope, forget it. I'm good.
you've lost the holy language of your god, but you can still communicate.
Is there any chance I can relearn it later?
We'll have to find out.
I hate when you do that.
The woman smiles, hands Hawks his vial, which is of a silvery liquid, and begins to close up the shop again. To your good health. I have spent too much time. There's more experience to gain in other places, for I think that you lot have had enough shortcuts for today.
Yeah, I think so too.
Remember, drink quickly. And she clicks the reins, and the mule starts to pull the cart away.
Farewell.
Look at the vial. Should I wait?
Malgus
or
is gonna wait till
drink
this one gets out of the air and looks at
Thanks,
Sarah.
all of you are
One
friggin'
time.
weird.
I
Malgus is
mean,
gonna
you've
look at
already
Sarah and
lost
be
your
like,
stuff. May as well drink it now.
Wait.
Fuck it! I drink it now.
Give me a D100.
I just cannot believe anyone in this party just thought it'd be a good idea to just
75.
trade their skills after the first time.
Caleb says, "Well, with the hindsight that I just bought, I agree with you."
I'm gonna whisper, Hawks.
Oh shit.
Oh, fuck.
Malgus is gonna look at Sarah and be like, this is the one and only time I would be okay with you stealing from someone.
Ask so many questions. The other Caitlin said not to.
Malgus is gonna look at Kaylin.
If my understanding of this particular process is correct, you have to buy the experience in trade. You can't steal it.
I mean, I'm happy to go down the road with Yagi. Still want to make Yagi drink one and see what happens.
You can be happy all you like, hon, but it ain't gonna happen.
Where did you whisper this?
I
It's like,
already gave Yagi an experience last night.
It's going to come to your roll 20.
I would like to use my newfound proficiency with history, and try and remember what I know about this particular part of the path.
All right.
12.
12.
12 is fun. I was
12.
only here a couple of weeks ago.
Kaylin, you recall that this part of the path was rather quiet from here to Pav. There are the chance of random monsters this far away from Dawn Tithe, but for the most part, the path is well traveled, and the tree line usually stays pretty far away from the path. So, in your knowledge, there's plenty of spots where you can get game and fresh water. Is there anything else you're trying to recall?
I'm sorry for doing this to you again, Dumey. What kind of trees are here?
Deciduous.
Deciduous? Are there any that have a particularly hard and workable material to them?
You would recall that there are some trees, as you move on, that have a rich purple color to their wood. And it is a very hard wood, highly sought after, and one of the main trade goods in the town of Pav.
I would be looking for them looking for this particular tree just past the tree line as we continue, as I want to not only grab some for Garganoth's sake, but also possible trade goods for Pav.
Okay. And with 12, that's all you remember about it. Alright. Hawks, did you get your whisper?
I did not.
Okay, I'll send it through Discord then. Just to be
Dumey's like, you
safe.
getting your whisper.
Yep, he getting it one way or another.
God has spoken.
Damn it.
he's not gonna like it,
Hey,
but he's gonna get it.
Malagos is upset they missed out on losing limbs.
Malagos is not. Malagos thinks you all are really fucking stupid.
Yeah, Ragavan's got a one. Ragavan's been wondering after you lost fingers why anyone else was still making deals.
I got the whisper that time.
The fact that she said, "Oh, they didn't die," and you all kept trading. Malagos was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you guys?"
I found
These
that
fingers will have a silver
very,
tongue.
very concerning.
I stood behind Garganoth. What Hawks did was just stupid.
I start singing for no reason.
Look, Malagos checked with Garganoth to see if he was really sure. He was sure, and everything was fine. And just Garganoth had his shit settled, so Malagos was like, "Okay, fine. I don't think you should, but clearly you're going to do it anyway."
You could have
she
stopped
told
me.
you
This is your
not to.
fault.
I know she told me not to, but I felt
Are you
so
gonna listen to fucking Hell
compelled
the next
to
time?
keep
Probably not.
trying.
I love this.
when you kept trying with
Cursed is seeing everything now.
when you kept trying with Jasmine and it ended in like a smoldering puddle of your burnt, destroyed ego
And
Did-
tears.
and tears, did you not learn anything about trying again?
Didn't realize.
No, because I still have not given up on love.
Didn't realize that seabound creatures could actually cry, but you proved me wrong.
Ragavan looks at the group and says, "Why is the fish singing?"
Malleus is wondering the same thing. Huh?
The real
It's not my
Maybe he was
fault
too
that
greedy.
I'm blue.
Wait, what
Hawks?
did he buy?
It-
Persuasion? Did he accidentally
I-
get performance?
Don't know why I am singing, but I am. Somebody please save me from this hell.
Or you can just stop.
Ragavan's gonna put her paws on her ears and be like, "Well, I've heard enough of this," and go back into her book. And
Caleb
and the book is gonna go to Theron.
You know, I'm kind of vibing with this, and having patched up her bagpipes is going to attempt to go along with it.
Oh god.
Hawks is just gonna keep quiet now that Kaylin's being like this. Just keeping completely quiet.
Malik goes with like to try to turn somehow cursed.
You could do a religion check and ask your god.
Done. Like, Bahamut, please tell me if this idiot got himself cursed.
Nah.
So, paladins are very good at detecting good and evil. The duality. When your holy symbol upon your shield, or not the shield, sorry, your armor, kind of pulses, you can feel it, nobody else can. But this is a very benign sensation. Almost like the scales are balanced, not tipping in the favor of good, not tipping in the favor of evil. As with all skills and with all tools, they can be used either way. However, that said, you do feel the familiar touch of not quite a curse, but an effect. But with a roll that high, you do feel that it is temporary, though you're not exactly sure what that duration might be.
Kaylin, you're evil, making me sing to your stupid bagpipes. I'd wish you'd really stop.
I mean,
Caitlin-
just like get a.
Kaylin just like deflates the bagpipes and looks deflated herself.
Garganoth is head bopping.
Do we just like put it? I don't know. Until he stops, do we just want to just put something in his mouth so he stops talking?
I have
Or
a seed
just
sponge.
have-
I got an
Or
old
we
pair of socks.
Done. I don't know how long. So,
Yeah, we could put your.
Hawks. Hawks,
I start
My.
backing away.
I
Get
don't know
that
how
stupid
long-
sock away from me.
Doggy.
Hawks, I don't know how long it's gonna be, but you'll be fine in time. I just don't know how long it's going to be, but you'll be fine.
Until then, I'm singing, and I don't freaking know why.
No, you know
Pretty
why?
sure we
It's
know
because
why.
I think we all.
Aw.
I choose to deny that I know why.
From the top again.
Hawks.
Let's try the bagpipes again.
Alright,
Oh
alright.
dear God, fine, okay, I know why.
Is this your
Please
punishment?
do not play the bagpipes again.
Alright.
Is this your punishment?
Getting good roll, actually.
Malagos, you were going to say one thing, and then I'm going to move us along.
Yeah, I was trying to do that too.
Okay.
Think of this more as your punishment, and maybe next time you'll learn that when I tell you that something doesn't seem right, don't do it. Maybe you might want to listen, especially after a crazy lady puts a bottle to our dear Kaylin's head and says, "Oh, they didn't die." That's bad juju. No,
This is
please,
the
can
words
we?
of a superhero.
Those socks away from
Put the dirty sock in his mouth, and we're gonna move and pack up camp.
And with
Give 'em another
that,
day.
you all start to pack up your camp, gather up your things, as you know you have a bit of travel ahead of you. There is singing, there is bagpipes, both to everybody's issue
Disappointment.
and disappointment. So here's your choice. You don't have any mounts. You can move at a fast pace from here towards Pav, which means per day you'll go about 30 miles. But there's a chance that you could gain exhaustion if you fail a save. There's normal pace, which you'll travel about 24 miles in a day. And then there's the slow pace, which means you can be stealthy and careful and avoid things on the road more easily, but you only travel about 18 miles per day.
And listen to Hawks for an entire day.
I think we have 2 or 3 people in the party now with exhaustion because of this. We shouldn't be moving at a fast pace.
Only one person from has exhaustion. It's just me.
Ew.
Argonaut did as well.
No, Garganoth lost health points.
Yeah, he lost
I'm
15.
trying to slow it down though.
Yeah, it can't hurt for us to move 6 miles less a day.
Wait. Do I have exhaustion? I didn't hear that part.
No, you don't.
Okay.
Kaylin says, "I'd prefer to move slow. I want to be able to pick out the best material for Garganoth's prosthetic."
Thank you.
Okay. So we're gonna move at a slow pace. It's about 40 about 40 miles from here to Pav, give or take. So at a slow pace. Okay. We're
We
going
want
to
to start at a slow pace, then pick it up.
So you guys decide what you want to do about traveling. That's up to you guys.
Well, part of what will influence Kaylin is whether she's managed to find a suitable piece of wood.
Okay.
I'd say no more.
Hawks would like to pick up the pace.
Sorry, what was that, Hawks? Could you repeat that?
I would prefer to pick up the pace.
Pick up the pace. That's how we're starting. Great.
I love it. I love it.
Okay, I take account your request and deny you your request.
You are very mean. You're the reason why I'm blue.
I'm
No.
definitely not the reason you're blue.
Back in.
I'm gonna.
What
I'm
if you
holding
were
this
green?
up and I'm looking at Malagos like looking for permission. Like, can I do it?
Do what? You have to clarify on that one.
Stuff a sock in Hawk's mouth.
Please.
I am going to lunge at Hawk.
Keep that dirty sock away from me.
That's
I
what-
start running.
Malik is a type to grab Hawks.
Buddy, you can't outrun Malagos or my dexterity.
Or Kaylin.
Okay,
Run, Hawks, run!
no.
Is there anything I need to roll?
Anything any of us need to roll?
I mean, you're trying to outrun, so I would say.
Well, no, like Malagus was gonna try to grab him before he could run.
Oh,
I will attempt to dodge.
you would have a strength check, and yeah, he would have a dexterity save.
While those two are tussling, I'm going to try to sneak up on him and go stuff.
Is it a dexterity save, like the save rolls?
Save,
Or...
yes.
What do we
And-
dexterity?
If Saren is helping Malagos,
Yes.
then give me another strength check. You have
I
advantage.
believe that would be a 12, not a.
I have that
God damn it.
protection aura on. Sorry.
Yeah, except that's to any one
It's
teacher.
It's a 12, not a +3.
Can I help Hawks?
Oh,
No,
Sweet.
it's actually because she didn't turn it off, that protection order. Yeah, you can help
Oh,
Hawks
that's
if you want.
right.
How are you gonna help Hawks?
I can't. Well, here's the problem. I can't turn off the protection, but I'm trying to get him. I don't think I would be assisting him because I have to grant the bonus.
Garganoth, how would you like to help Hawk?
I will try to coincidentally step into their way as they're chasing Hawks or lunging at Hawks, but not like doing anything more than that. Just some casual interference.
Okay, yeah. Hawks gets advantage, which gives him the 17. Malagos, he slips out of your grasp.
Can Saren have a go?
You slimy little
You
fish.
used your action to help him, or help her, I'm sorry.
We'll wait till his guard's down.
I say to Malagos,
Okay.
shoot him in the knee.
Not. Melia's gonna glare. Like, look, we'll just. Sarah, I love you, but we'll just wait till he's not paying attention.
I feel very threatened right now, so I
You
will
shouldn't.
try to
Literally mean
run.
you no harm.
She means you no harm.
I don't believe that right now.
He literally just wanted to put a sock in your mouth. She wants to shoot you with an 8. Who means you won't
I
harm?
do not want to put a sock in my mouth, but I will stuff it if you really want me to with food. Start eating more food.
Please.
And then I just start moving along.
What is that the end of that encounter?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you
Okay.
guys are making your way along the trail at this point. Yeah, I just needed you guys to decide what pace you were going at.
Slow for Kaylin until your exhaustion's gone.
Oh, my exhaustion won't be gone until I long rest. I'm currently looking for suitable material. So
Yes, give me a survival check.
it's a disadvantage.
May I assist them
Sure.
and help
Giving
them?
a regular check then.
Oh,
Oh
buddy.
boy!
Buddy.
10.
So I have not found it in the morning.
No, you've not found it yet. Alright, as we travel at the pace, what pace did we choose?
Slow.
Slow.
Slow pace. Are we trying to be stealthy or are we just going slow to be careful?
Stealthy.
Stealthy.
Alright.
Malagos is also, like, while they're moving, Malagos is going to try to keep an eye out for anything that might come on.
Group stealth check.
Y'all are gonna let me down.
Oh,
I am.
boy.
Because I have disadvantage on stealth checks. I'm
You're
so
not gonna like
sorry.
mine.
Does Ragavan have to roll stealth if she's in the book?
If you're in the book,
Kyrie.
no.
Ragavan is vibing in the book with Saren because Saren is the only person she trusts for stealth. Hashtag go Saren go.
Garganoth, how is your stealth so high?
Because
Power of the dice, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, the nice.
He only has a
I
+1.
mean, well, no, I was going to say, like,
That's
you don't
not
wear heavy
stealth,
armor, do you?
Sarah. He doesn't wear armor at all.
Oh my god, Garganoth.
No, I do
So
wear the
jealous
half
of you.
plate, but it doesn't affect my
No.
my movement speed.
God, I'm so jealous.
So we have a 21, a 9, an 8, a 20, a 10, a 25, and a 30.
the 25 is a sleight of hand.
Oh,
Ignore it.
so 1, 2, 3 of you, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Malagos just surprised no one.
So as you guys are careful and moving along. Are you traveling on the road, in the tree line? What's the plan here?
Well, Caitlin and Gar tree line.
Okay,
The
yeah.
tree line sounds safer.
Tree line.
Okay, so you're all traveling in the tree line. Does anyone have the alert feat?
Oh.
I have the
No.
Sentinel Shield.
Garganoth has the Sentinel Shield.
I have I have wave.
Very true. And between the Sentinel Shield and wave, you all realize that there is a bit of activity up ahead on the road. Getting closer bit by bit from the tree line, you can see that there is a rather interesting scene playing out where this small stream crosses the road. You hear the earth rumble and waves crash as before you is a group of earth elementals that seem to be in conflict with water elementals. You're not quite sure if they are fighting over the bridge or territory or what it could be that they're after, but you do see them in conflict currently, as the rock elementals throw rocks, splattering the water elementals, and the water elementals will reform, crashing the waves up against the stone and wearing away the joints of the rock elementals. It's back and forth. The tides seem to be fairly evenly matched. What all would you guys like to do?
Primordial is the language of elementals, correct?
And the one that you don't have anymore.
Yeah, that's why I was asking.
That's like a whole lot of notes.
It just sounds like we should go around them.
Yeah.
I would like to call on my knowledge of nature to see if this is usual activity for these folks.
Okay, give me a nature check. 16.
Waters, that's surprising.
Hell, Hawks could have told you if water elementals are normally like that.
Water elementals and earth elementals have always had kind of an issue with each other. Constantly fighting over inland terrain. It is very common, and usually the matches can last for great spans of territory and also great spans of time, until one side gets the upper hand and forces the other side to retreat or completely obliterates the opposing side.
Let's go around. I don't really think we should be meddling.
This could be dangerous for travelers coming on this road.
Guys, I would not mess with elementals while they are warring like this. Especially water elementals.
Yeah, that's a big room for them. Like, to be...
And
I don't... What language do they even speak?
They speak a language I used to know. Primordial, and Hawks is like crying.
I think you mean now it's just a language you used to know. Sing it now. Just kidding, just kidding.
No, it's just
Now
the
you're
language
just a language that I used to know.
Oh god.
And then if we do attack
A
one
language.
side, the elementals, we're in trouble if we run across any other of the elementals. If we're seen taking a side.
Yagi looks over. I've never heard of elementals being a hive mind.
I really don't want to fight with water elementals. I've done enough of that in my life.
Then we can join the side of the water elementals.
That's a very risky move as well.
Are you sure you really want to get involved in that?
I don't feel good about travelers having to pass through here with the risk of a boulder crushing their wagon or whatever normal people have.
I don't feel like drowning in a water elemental or getting crushed by a boulder from a earth elemental.
Bagrad's gonna look at you and say, "Can you drown? Don't you live in water? How do you drown?"
I feel like I've been on land for so long that I've forgotten what it feels like underwater.
So, Fox, is that why you were so afraid of water elementals? You thought you would drown in them because that's what all the text said?
No.
As you all discuss, the battle rages on. One of the water elementals brings a large wave up from the river, almost completely bending the river's flow, and knocks one of the stone elementals into the ground. Another part of the fight.
That is why I don't want to mess with one.
Another part of the fight, a rock elemental throws a huge boulder, picks it up out of the ground as if it were just a carrot he pulled up out, tosses it into the river, which begins to back up the river like a makeshift dam. But two more water elementals sprout from the water's edge.
Agavan's gonna literally start using her paw to hover over the pages of the book and write this epic confrontation down in book.
I think we should go around them. Move further down the river and just go around.
And cross the
I agree with Saren, please.
I mean,
I feel like
I agree with Saren as well.
Cross, but I don't want to go swimming if there's elements.
Please, dude. One just threw a rock in the thing and made it. I
do not want to be smacked into coral, or in this case, rocks by a water elemental.
I'm sorry, what was that, Hawks?
I have been smacked around by a water elemental in the ocean against coral. I have seen what those things are capable of, and I would caution you against fighting them.
So what you're saying is that a water elemental made you its bitch.
So what you're singing is...
I would like to point out that was Raglan says, I would like to point out, according to him, that was one water elemental. This is 5 water elementals and 5 rock elementals. I do not think even if we wanted to get involved, we would make much of a difference.
Wade be happy if you went swimming.
It seems very foolish of us to get involved in a conflict like this.
I don't want to fight anymore. I've dealt with enough turmoil from these
the one thing that life only ends in one way. I feel like going into that is a very good way to skip to that ending quickly.
I'm happy to cross the river at a different point, but how are you guys intending to cross the river without going into the water that's infested with elementals?
Jump and wait for that time.
I don't think all the elementals are hostile, especially further down the river. And I would be very, very impressed if a water elemental confused us with one of those rock elementals.
I would say that as long as we don't anger them or get in their way, we will be fine to swim across.
Ragavan looks over to Hawks. Oh, you're still doing it. Okay, that's lovely.
Garganoth, dexterity save.
Garganoth, son of Daniel.
I have advantage on these.
Okay.
And you have my... It's a save, so you have my... You have a +3.
So 14. Garganoth, as you listen to your party talk and argue about this, you hear a whistling from behind you, and something tells you to duck just in time as a rock a little bit larger than your head smashes into the tree trunk beside you, splintering it into a large mess right where your head would have been.
Galen? Teleport?
Garganoth doesn't know what to say. He's just looking around.
Have
Like,
we put all of the bloodstone away?
Yes.
Let's not. Oh god, can we just go further down the river, please?
The teleport location, it is fine.
I don't just do a teleportation. Helmet. It gets wacky sometimes.
If I can see the location, we will be fine.
And can we move further down the river, like now, and then find a safe place for you to look across the river?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe
Thank
one
you.
without so many big terraforming.
I like this is
elements.
like pointing in this direction, away from the fucking elemental. Like, yeah, here.
So you guys want to go south along the river?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd like to.
Fast, normal, or slow?
Stealthily and quietly.
Yes.
Alright. Let's re-up your stealth checks, everyone.
Yellow.
Garganoth. Mount Balagars.
Okay.
Ragavan is a stealthy cat.
Look. That's cheating.
Oh my god. I'm going to You all hurt my soul. I hope you all know this.
You're
You love
welcome.
this.
Maybe you should teach us how to be stealthy. Give stealth classes.
Hey Dumey, I messaged you on Discord.
Okay.
Got a question.
It's a 26! You got 2 nat 1s and still rolled a 26. You're fine.
Bullshit.
Yep, that's
Oh,
rogues
fuck's
for you.
Oh,
Alright.
Bullshit.
3, 10, 20, 8, 15, and 26. Alright, which one of you would like to roll for environment?
I
Oh,
can.
were we rolling again for stealth?
Stealth, yeah, you're right, I do need a
Sorry,
stealth check.
one sec.
If you roll for environment, I can help you.
Is this for something that happens in the environment, or...
Oh yeah, give me a 100.
I think I'm okay with the 15. At least I hope.
71.
Rocks fall, we all die.
You're so funny.
Master style.
Well,
Hey, at least you took both the nat 1s and no one else got one.
as you travel south along the river, you hear the sounds of this mighty war raging on behind you. It's almost like an ocean storm beating along a rocky shore. But
Oh, these sounds remind me of home.
yeah, they would. They definitely would. As you continue south for a couple hours, the sounds grow softer and softer until you can't hear them anymore. But what you do hear is a kind of scratchy little voice, and as you come upon this clearing with your stealth checks, you're looking at a group of kobolds. There's one standing upon a rock, and he appears to be talking to the other ones around him.
And you see, dear friends, as we stand here today, we are the product of the dragons. and from the dragons we have come to serve them and to gather our gold and to one day possibly become them.
Oh
And
my
so-
God, is this who I think it is?
I pose this question to you, my friends, the great thinkers of our hole in the ground. Which came first? Tiamat or the egg?
And all the kobolds seem to go quiet at this wondrous and broad-minded thought and begin to ponder it as a philosophical question. What would you like to do?
And Malik goes step into the meadow.
Okay. What do you do as you
You
step
just
into
like
the
to
meadow?
know. Well, that
What do you do as you step
she
into
talks
the
and
meadow?
goes, what? She goes, well, that's a silly question. The egg came first.
The kobolds turn as this new voice comes. And you see a kind of a plethora of emotions cross their face. First, you look like a large kobold to them as their eyes kind of widen and they look upon this dragonborn in shining armor. And the one standing on the rock kind of tips their head up to the sky and like raises their arms in praise. And then they notice the symbol upon your armor.
I have a question.
What's the
Mhm.
question?
This kobold that's standing up on the rock, is it missing a tail?
Why don't you make a perception check?
I most certainly will.
It's hard to see the tail with the other kobolds gathered around, as the rock really isn't that high. It's just high enough for him to be above the other kobolds. As they notice the markings on Malagos's armor, the one that stands upon the rock points at Malagos.
Bah! Silly silver dragon worshipper. You wouldn't know the answer to that question if it was the egg who laid it.
You're following a false god.
Okay, that's devolving the situation.
Trying to beat up some poor kobolds.
As you stand there, having said this to the kobolds, the one on the rock pulls a scroll from his little loincloth he's wearing and opens it. As the others kind of gather around and cower a little bit as the kobold begins to speak in Draconic.
Oh.
I speak Draconic too. What's he saying?
In Draconic, it's not quite the same dialect you speak. It's a little different. But you catch bits and pieces talking about Curdlemac, Smite, Gnome Lovers, and chewing on silver dragon scales.
Does it seem like a spell?
Yes.
Give me an Arcana check.
Because
In the
if
meantime-
Malagos believes it's a spell, she would like to cast Dispel Magic upon that scroll.
Give me an Arcana check.
Just gonna destroy his Bible.
God damn it.
Sounds to you more like he's just cursing you than a spell.
I'm gonna turn to someone and tell you, can I shoot him? Or do I like?
I
No.
mean, we did just kind of interrupt their religious sermon.
And I saw.
You can knock him out if you want to.
Fun?
I don't know if
You can
people.
knock him out if you.
I don't know if people that. I'm like a 0 to 100 kind of person. Either don't attack them or they're finished.
I'm gonna come out of the bushes and be like, what's the holdup here? And I'm also going to see if that kobold has a tail.
I mean, you can make another perception check.
Malgus is gonna like help with that by looking as well.
Okay.
How do I get the same roll again?
It's still an 8. Even with the advantage. You still...
So Malgus is gonna look at Hawks and say, I don't know, they were spewing some things about Tiamat, and well, you know, it's so hard to get rid of her. She's gonna whisper that part.
Okay.
Brethren, they have interrupted our philosophical discussions.
Can I roll to see if I have an understanding of evolution?
Of evolution.
History or survival?
What specifically are you trying to understand of evolution?
Well, if I understand that adaptation leads to the division of species based off my lifelong my lifelong study of the environment and my surroundings.
I'll give you a choice. Survival or religion?
Maddie! Oh, sorry. I hit the wrong one.
Okay. Alright.
Maddie knocked me. Do you mind if I roll again?
Go ahead. 25-17. Biological sciences haven't really come to this world quite yet, but I mean, as a ranger and as an elf having seen things before throughout the years change and adapt, I mean, you would know that certain environmental stimuli could cause things to alter and change throughout generation. Yes.
I would come out of the bushes and I say, on the interesting philosophical point that you raised, I actually have a potential answer. You see, I've seen lizards hatch from eggs in different environments with different appearances as their parents had to adapt throughout their life. So, which came first, Tiamat or the egg? The answer is Tiamat's mother.
Give me a persuasion check.
I just roll above a 5 for anything.
The kobolds pause, and one of the kobolds in the back that had a rather large beehive in its hand as if ready to throw it. You see the beehive slowly sink back into the mess of kobolds. And they all seem to ponder and look at each other for a moment, back and forth, back and forth. And they mutter and kind of mumble and, you know, almost like quietly discussing, and then they look up to the one on the rock. And the one on the rock looks at you all.
So, if Tiamat came first, because Tiamat was born of their mother, then the mother must have laid an egg, for dragons come from eggs, so egg came first. Wait.
It did. Yeah, that's what I said.
It's more of a cycle of changes through many years to create Tiamat from Tiamat.
So who is Tiamat mother?
Tiamat.
Tiamat is Tiamat mother.
Yes. I hiss at Malagros. Go.
I get it.
And the
Garganoth
kobolds
try to
again.
convert them?
The kobolds again kind of turn and start muttering at each other while you guys speak among yourselves.
Hey, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
This reminds me of a tale I heard of a kobold named Cluck Cluck.
Are you going to sing to us the Ballad of Cluck Cluck?
A very smart kobold.
I'm pretty sure you have to be singing, Hawks.
A very smart kobold.
It's all right. We can assume he's singing for a while.
Oh God, I forgot about that.
Mhm.
This reminds me of a tale of a kobold named Cluck Cluck.
Such like the Silver Ranger.
Whatever do you mean?
Does it remind you of the tale because there's kobolds in it, Hawks?
Yes, it does.
The kobold
But
on
that kobold also served a dragon.
You mean like most kobolds?
Well, yes. I do mean that.
the kobold on the rock kind of almost barks for a moment.
Hey! If Tiamat is Tiamat's mother, who's Tiamat's dad?
It's a thing that some beetles can do, as well as a few species of lizard. It's called single parent reproduction.
Hold on, isn't Tiamat a god?
Tiamat's the one. Malaga is gonna pull Hawks aside and whisper in his ear.
Kaylin,
Shut up.
that one's gonna be deception.
Me?
Yeah.
Tiamat is a god, therefore they came from the mighty Ixen.
I called it a 5.
No, it's a 1. I have disadvantage.
Oh, buddy. Buddy.
And the kobolds look at each other and look at Hawks, look at each other again, and look at Kaylin. And the grumbling, muttering, speaking between the kobolds starts to grow a little angry sounding.
They compare the dragons to beetles? Beetles are food.
The mighty Ixen is the creator of all godhood.
Kaylin's just going to go, oh well, I tried. You guys feel like some kobold for lunch?
No.
I am hungry.
Yes.
Hey, I'm kinda.
Ragavan literally mocked puking.
Saren is hiding in a bush with her quiver and arrow at full drawn, being like, "Yeah, can I go? Can I go?
I
Can
would
I go?"
like to attempt an intimidation check.
Okay.
And I would like to command George to swoop down and flare his eyes, hopefully giving me a normal roll.
Okay.
Can Malagos assist with that, actually?
It's like the little nerdy kid at school being like, yeah, bullies run away and there's
By,
a
like,
tall kid behind them being like, yeah, you
Sorry,
can do
senpai.
senpai.
I'll let that happen. Yeah.
Okay, intimidation.
17,
17.
because Malagos is helping.
Yeah. As what do you do to intimidate?
I heft, wave, and using some prestidigitation, I make my eyes start glowing a deep, like dark red coal color, and I say, "Last person who crossed me ended up in a stew pot. I hear kobold tales are a good delicacy."
Ragavan's gonna pipe up and say, "What are you talking about? The last people that we crossed were those elementals, and we ran away from them because we were scared."
Last people we crossed were the fish.
Especially cross with the fish.
Ragavan,
I
you got more
take
fish?
offense to that.
Yeah, most of the kobolds actually kind of turn around and start rushing from the clearing the opposite side of where you are, as the one on the rock is kind of like looking back.
Hey, what? He didn't do nothing. He just said stuff. Where are you going? What?
And then he turns around and he points at your group.
You don't know what you've done.
Ragavan's gonna zoom around the kobold and say, "We probably just saved your tribe from getting killed," and then like blows a kiss to them with her paw, and then floats back to Kaelin.
I'm going to walk up and say, "We're Let's Gambit. We are the ones who stopped Tiamat from returning. If you wish to join her in the Never Beyond, we'll be more than willing to oblige your request."
Oh, we won't. Be nice. They
Puts
don't
up her
mean us
paws
any
like she's
harm.
ready to fight. Hiss, scratch, meow, fangs of fury.
Saren's gonna stand out of the bush being like, and just be like, sign, put all of her like quiver and arm and stuff. I mean, I just wanted to kill someone.
Kaelin,
Kobold,
I'm sorry. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Garganoth. Go
What
ahead,
they said in
Garganoth.
the chat.
I was gonna ask the kobold for their name.
Kobold kind of takes in a deep breath and puffs up his chest.
I am Skrull, master of bones, bringer of life.
Well, Skrull, I'm sorry that we disturbed you. When you say we don't know what we've done, is this the first time your people have peacefully gotten together for discussion? Or something along those lines?
This was a meeting of the minds of all the great kobold thinkers, and you've interrupted it.
And you thought Tiamat was the best thing to talk about.
I apologize for my friends. I really do.
When he says that this was all the greatest kobold thinkers, Ragavan literally falls off her book laughing on the ground.
All I'm imagining is that scene of Yzma laughing in kitten form.
Yeah, that's exactly like Ragavan just like rolling on the floor laughing. Being like, yeah, Ragavan just can't stop laughing. She's like rolling around on the ground, just dying of laughter. Ragavan says, "But seriously, if you're Master of Bones, keep with the back talk to us, and you will be just that, bones."
What's the process for trying to convert somebody to my religion, by the way? Asking for a friend?
Takes a while, but I mean it's possible.
I assume they have to be willing for you to try.
Well, I would just tell them stories, and then they might be so inspired they may spread those stories, and then I come back in a few years and we find that this is a village that worships Danielle. Who knows?
I would like to point out, Malagos, with my newly discovered knowledge of history. No, you don't need to have a willing participant to convert them. You just need to torture them enough.
Okay, that's
That's
not what
terrible.
Daniel's about.
Yes.
So
Yes, it is.
So as you're all talking,
It's also how history works.
as you all are talking, the little kobold is frantically looking through his belt for something, and suddenly there is a crack, like a cracking of bone. And Garganoth, since you stepped forward to talk to him, you're the closest. As you look, he has a bone in his hand that he's broken in half. And all of you see a shadow cover the clearing and disappear as quickly as it went.
Look, friend, there's no need for this type of hostility. My friends are just simply they're not the type of thinkers that you and your compatriots were. Please don't fault them for their ignorance. They don't know any better.
Persuasion
Times were
check.
idiots.
Okay, let me find that.
I really wanted to say something. But I also wanted
Ragavan
to
sees
see
that.
what else
Ragavan goes through pages to find the perfect quote to say to this person. He says, yes, this one will do. You want to go? I'll fuck you up. Ragavan puts up her little paws.
Oh no.
Ah, yes, a quote from Xbox of the Live.
The little kobold.
No, actually, it was a quote from a great philosopher called Okami Desuga.
The kobold points away from Garganoth.
They stopped Tiamat's resurrection. They said it. We heard it. They said it.
And
Yeah. I'd do it again.
and as that is said, there's a cracking in the trees and a breaking of branches behind you all.
Oh my god, are we really about to fight these little shits?
Do any of you have special senses that are active at all times?
What kind of
I have
special
this
senses?
sentinel.
I don't know. That's why I asked you.
Holding wave.
Whelm can detect secret passages. The detect evil's an activated use, I think. Oh, wait. Hold on. That's the thing.
Holding the weapon, you alerting key sealed doors. Okay. Okay. That's fine.
I'm looking for my shit.
I have the ability to talk a lot of shit. That's about it.
So, as you hear this sound behind you in the tree line, the kobold on the rock turns around and starts scampering off the same way his compatriots did.
Yeah, you better fucking run.
Saren's gonna slink back into the bushes and hide.
And go ahead, make a stealth check, sir.
Because I am brave and not cowardly like that.
In the words of Markiplier, I'm a brave boy.
35.
What the fuck, Sam?
The crackling of branches starts to grow closer and closer. And at one point, there is an entire tree that falls down. And there's a few moments of this before emerging from the tree line is this bony concoction of mismatched bones and bits of sinew that vaguely harbor the shape of a dragon.
Why did we stay here and wait for this thing to get here? We could have just left.
I don't know. I was waiting for somebody to do something.
Could have also just.
Ragavan's gonna look at Caleb and be like, why did we just stand here and wait for this?
Okay,
We do that a lot. Is that a thing we
It
do?
feels like there was someone describing something and we didn't want to interrupt.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
as the
definitely
thing...
at the sound of like trees breaking. It's like, do we stay? Do we leave or hide? Look, that's breaking fucking trees.
It sounds like it walks slow. Let's just keep moving.
Ragavan's gonna look at the thing and be like, "Hi, you must be the consequences of our actions. How are
We
you?"
have a new traveling buddy.
Well...
Let's be honest, like hearing something coming through the trees before it gets to us, I think we're smart enough to like leave.
Yeah, but we're not stealthy enough to outrun it or hide.
Well, if we're fast enough, we can
We
learn
don't
how to
know
tame it in the next village before it catches up.
Yeah, let's reach through a village. That'll end well.
What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah.
The village dies.
Is this what you guys call an undead?
Oh wait, actually, I forgot. I did find this.
I say, hey Kyrie, babe, your chance to shine.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't we have a cleric? Does anyone here know turn on dead? Is that a thing we can do?
Yes, I do.
We have a paladin and a cleric. Ragavan says,
Yeah.
do your thing, guys.
That I had.
Is channel divinity turn undead?
Oh, yeah, I
Yeah.
have that.
Yeah, make it fuck off.
Okay.
Oh, easily.
No, is that what you'd like to try
Unless
and
it's
do?
like
I love Kyrie. Kyrie's like happily.
Um, channel the divinity. Absolutely.
Okay. Describe this action, Kyrie.
I think Malagos was going to.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
whoever's
Malleus.
casting it, yeah.
I'm just imagining a Dragon Ball Z
Well,
dance as they're both casting.
mine's not a spell, so that's not in there as a spell. It's just one of my class things.
Yeah, describe how you use it.
Malagos. I take it Malagos definitely would have like sensed this thing coming.
I mean, you heard it coming. I mean, if that's the sense, yes.
Well, okay.
You
I'm
don't feel
seeing it,
evil,
though.
no.
Okay. She's going to her hand on the mark of Bahamut on her armor,
Hmm.
and she's going to say, Bahamut, help burn this creature from us and protect us from its unliving.
Okay, what's your spell save?
16.
Okay.
Come on, don't fail us now. Pretty please, don't fail us now.
As you do this, the creature takes one more step closer towards you, as its hollow eyes just kind of stare in your direction. There's a moment of silence where it almost feels like the entire forest goes still. And again, you can hear the faint muttering of those kobolds. They're watching from somewhere. There's that point where you're holding your breath, hoping that this thing is going to heed your turn of the unholy. And sure enough, it actually turns around and begins crashing through the trees to get away from you, Malagos.
Oh,
Superhero!
Guys,
Ragavan jumps up and yells, "You see, that's what a real dragon can do, you bitches!"
guys,
We can't let that wander through the forest.
we can't let that potentially attack travelers.
Malagos is gonna look at Kayla and go, well, no shit. But this at least turned it from us. It cannot willingly get closer to me, but we can go after it.
Can I shoot it? Can I shoot it now?
Absolutely,
Do we
you
have
can
to
shoot
fight
it.
that thing?
Unleash.
Actually, what the fuck was that?
A miss.
I was hidden with my
That
stealth.
is
No, that's advantage.
What just happened?
That's advantage?
Yeah.
What makes it advantage?
No, it doesn't.
She hid.
Oh,
that's not-
she...
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
you hid.
she hid. She's right.
And I'm gonna let the boy go and look at Malagos and be like, you now tell me not to shoot it.
What's
No.
the range on that?
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
gonna say
It's
shoot
a
it.
regular longbow, so it's
6 feet.
600.
Sorry, 600 feet.
Okay.
I wasn't saying no, don't shoot it. Yeah, shoot it. Where's that kobold that broke the bones? He summoned it. We knock him out. Shouldn't. Malagos gonna look at Ragavan. If we knock him out, should that not get rid of it?
Guys, what would I roll to see if Ragavan has any knowledge on such a thing?
That would be Arcana, because that would be wondering how spells work.
22.
Any magic caster knows fairly well that many times when you summon something, whether it be a fiend or demon, or an undead, or some creature from another plane of existence, your hold over them only lasts either the duration of the summoning, at which point they break free and are no longer an ally or an enemy. They just attack whatever they want. Or when you lose concentration, having the same effect.
Ragavan says, nope, we gotta kill it. We have to kill it or get rid of it, because otherwise, when it wakes up, it'll just have even the kobolds won't have control over it, and it'll just attack anything in sight.
Well, we definitely cannot have that.
Did the 17 hit?
Yes, you are very confident that your arrow hit, and when it hits, you hear the loud crack of thunder as it strikes bone.
I would like to Hunter's Mark it.
And that's for 36 damage.
Yep. How far does Hunter's Mark go? 90 feet?
90 feet.
No, I don't think you're close enough.
If necessary, I would run after it to be close enough.
Because Malagos was no more than 30 feet away from it. It turned around and dashed away as fast as it could, which puts it at 80 feet plus. I'm going to give Malagos 20 feet. So it's 100 feet away from the party.
I use my regular walking speed of 50 feet per turn and get with
Alright. It is now Hunter's marked.
And then I would like to shoot. I will drop. I will stab wave into the ground, and I will pull out my bow and shoot.
Okay.
No.
28.
Plus the 3, so 16.
Okay.
And I have another attack, so I'm going to shoot again.
Also a hit. Okay.
I'm going to Eldritch Blast it.
Okay. After Hawks, we're gonna have to enter an actual combat round. But yeah, go ahead.
First off, I want to infuse my cantrip with. I'm trying to remember how to do that. The sorcery thing.
I can swap that.
I believe in you.
Twin spell, I think it was. To shoot more than once. So I can do that, right?
What are you using?
I'm using Eldritch Blast infused with Twin
Link
spell.
twin spell.
Everyone fit on me. Everyone.
Link Eldritch Blast. Alright, so no, it cannot work, because when you cast a spell that targets only one creature, Eldritch Blast can target more than one creature.
Oh, well then I'm
So
just
that-
going to Empower spell.
Yeah. Link Empowered spell? You must spend one sorcery point to reroll a number of damage dice up to your charisma modifier. You must. Okay. Alright. So go ahead and cast your Eldritch Blast.
Blah.
And that makes that a 28. That makes that a 28. And that makes that a 19. Okay, do you want to re-roll any of those damage dice?
The 2.
The 2? Alright. You have to take the new roll?
Do I do a 1d10?
Yes.
Oh, well.
Buddy,
Okay.
you can re-roll again, if I remember correctly, because you have re-rolls up to your charisma
No,
modifier.
you can re-roll a number of the damage dice up to your charisma modifier. He chose to re-roll
Buddy.
1. He must then use the new rolls.
So, okay.
So
Confused.
it's 1 less damage. Instead of 21, it's 20.
Okay.
Okay. Alright.
That's all. I'm good.
We're gonna actually enter combat now, seeing as how Saren has done a sneak attack. And Hawks has done one, and Kaylin. Well, Kaylin and Hawks are at the bottom of the list, so we're just gonna move down to Ragavan. As this thing is running through the forest, breaking through the trees, being hit in the back by spells and arrows alike, what does the magical cat do?
That is a great question. I'm very happy you asked. The magical cat is gonna Eldritch Blast that thing 6 times
Okay.
Copycat.
because of the bracers.
Copycat.
Copycat is right. Well, it's too far to do much else, so for right now, boom. That's 1.
Uh-huh.
That's terrible.
Uh-huh.
That's great. And
5, 2, 7, 6, It's 13.
And I'm
17.
using the whatchamacallit thing too. That.
When you hit a creature with your Eldritch Blast, you can reduce creature speed with 10 feet until once on each of your. Okay, so yeah, minus. Gotcha.
And Ragavan's gonna zoom after it on her book and say, Ragavan's gonna zoom after and say, magical zoomies!
Oh, okay.
Because, again, she thinks to herself, what would the great philosopher Okami say?
Alright, if you're chasing this thing through the trees, give me a dexterity check. Or athletics or acrobatics.
Good.
Acrobatics 18. Alright. Keep your normal movement speed through the fallen trees. Good.
Well, yeah, she's floating on a book anyway.
Still, you gotta maneuver around these things.
Ragavan has
Garganoth.
the zoomies.
Garganoth, you're up.
How far is this thing away from me?
Currently about 80 feet or so.
Oh boy. Okay, I believe I can move 45 feet up.
Okay.
And then after that, I will try to yeet whelm at it.
You try to do what?
Throw whelm at it.
Oh, throw whelm at it. Okay. I was like, what did he say? Okay. Go for it. 18 plus 1. And 14 plus 1.
And that's all I got. Pass turn.
As you throw Whelm the first time, Whelm strikes the creature and comes back. The second time, a tree falls right before it hits, and it is knocked out of the way as it works to return to your hand. So, minus 19. Okay. Okay, the owl. Isn't it supposed to go on your turn?
No, it actually has a separate turn.
Okay.
It is going to swoop down and going to give the help action to the next attack.
What's its speed?
I believe it's 45.
I don't think it could be close enough to use the help action. Unless it's dashing, which then it couldn't use the help action because it would be using its action to dash.
60-foot fly speed.
60 foot. So yeah, you're about 20 feet away from the creature.
Okay. George would fly in front of the creature, ready to act on its next turn.
Alright, so yeah, you have George is about 20 feet behind the thing since he used all of his movement speed to get up close, but if he uses another 60, that puts him about 40 feet ahead of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, just keeping track of all this. Malagos. Your friends, the elves, first rush off into the woods after this thing. The dwarf throws his hammer. Hawks and Ragavan start launching magic at it. It's getting further away. What do you do?
How far away is it roughly?
About 80 feet.
That's so far. Can I? Okay. Far away that. I don't know how far. Where? I don't know. That's my slot. Close enough. So Meligos would like to double dash She's so far behind.
Okay.
Just to try to catch up, pulling out her which one is she? Well, the merciful battle axe on the way.
Okay.
And yeah, that's what I'm gonna use my entire turn to do, is trying to catch up to it.
What kind of speed do you have?
Speed to 30.
30, so 60, so you're about 20 feet behind it at this point.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I'll catch up.
Let's see here. Oh. Wow. Okay. Malagos and George. Let's have a wisdom save from both of you, please.
Okay.
Right, presence. George gets my +5 to wisdom, by the way.
If George is 15 within me, does that give me and Star of Protection on a wisdom save too?
Well, George is 40 feet ahead of the creature. You're 20 feet behind, so that's 60 feet between you two.
Mind.
15. Okay. So you both make the save. That's fine. That's fine. It's fine. However, it's no longer turned. And as it turns around, it sees the thing that made it run away, which is Malagos.
I am prepped.
Pushing over a tree as it turns with its large tail, it starts thundering in your direction, Malagos.
Uh-huh.
And this thing has 3 attacks.
Bring it, I got my shield. Always have my shield.
Or...
Yeah,
no, it's going to take a deep breath. And in a 60-foot cone...
So, if I see it in the breath, do I have a chance to, like, hide myself behind Invictus Sanctum?
Um...
Because I know that shield's about as big as I am.
You gotta make a Constitution save first.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Don't you baby. No.
Malagos, this breath breathes down on you as particulates of like calcified bone is mixed in with this, and it starts to like cling to your armor but falls off, and then it clings like in the armor and starts to like encase and close as you take 31 poison damage. And as the petrifying breath restrains you, you are only restrained, and you must repeat the saving throw at the end of your next turn.
Oh, damn it.
A 21 wasn't enough?
No, it wasn't.
I've never been so happy to feel ranged.
So, Malagos, you're currently restrained as this
31
thing's
points?
facing you down. 31 damage, or poison, yeah.
I am not resistant.
Malagos
to
doesn't
poison.
care about that. Malagos, nothing to Malagos.
Malagos superhero.
Superhero!
Yeah, Malagos is a
Yeah.
superhero. Like, what?
The rest
Nice
of you,
try.
the rest of you hear a faint "yay" from the trees. Kyrie, your turn.
Alright. About how far away is it from me?
80 feet.
Alright, so I'm gonna move 30 feet towards it with my full movement speed. I'm gonna flip it off and say burn bitch.
Okay. DC of 16. This thing has advantage against magical attacks. Dexterity save. Still fails, even with advantage.
It's
24.
like the best Sacred Flame I've ever done.
Yeah, that was pretty damn good.
Literally couldn't get better.
Minus 24. Alright. The Sacred Flames kind of lick across its body, starting to dissolve and burn away some of the sinew that's holding it together. One of the wings do fall off at this point. Anything else, Kyrie? No?
Sorry, it didn't come through?
No, it did not.
Oh. I said, nope, that's good.
Okay. Alright. Kalen's
Yes,
back
sir.
up.
With my first shot, I'm going to use sharpshooter.
Okay, 24. It's 26. Okay.
For my second shot, I am not using sharpshooter. And it's going to be with my bonus action. 12 doesn't hit.
No, 12 does not hit.
And for my third shot, I am once again using sharpshooter.
$17 just barely hits. For 16.
And I'm gonna action surge.
Okay.
Now, does that get me another 2 attacks?
It gets you one more attack, I believe. Wait.
Oh no, that's
Gives you another action. So
Okay.
you get 2 attacks on an action. You get the whole action, I believe.
I just looked this up the other day and I can't remember it now.
it's haste that gives you a single extra attack, and it's action surge that gives you another attack action, which is as many attacks as you have.
Yes.
Okay, so both with sharpshooter. First one hits. I shoot the second one misses.
Okay. For another 16.
So that's 21.
Yep.
Plus 16 plus 16, which is an extra 32. So that is 53 damage.
Wait, what makes you
Yeah,
able to
there it
make
is.
3 attacks in one action?
I used my double shot longbow, which I used my bonus action to attack with that.
Okay, so we used it once, and then we action surged, and then 1, 2. Okay. Just making sure. Yep. All right. So yeah, Kaylin just bouncing along. Oh, you had to. Did you move in that?
No, they turned around, so I was within range.
Okay. So yeah, Kaylin's moving around, bouncing along the trees, firing arrows from this way and that way with sharpshooter. And on the very last arrow she fires, she strikes a weak spot in the sternum of this creature, and somehow knocking this mystical linchpin out of space. You watch all the bones just start to crumble and fall, losing their cohesion amongst the trees.
I pull Wave out of the ground, and I walk over to Malagos and see if there's anything I can do to help her.
Malagos, make a wisdom save. Or not a wisdom save, constitution save? Yes.
Oh, I thought you said it was. No, it was Constitution.
Yeah, she breaks out of it. It held her up at first, but after she kind of rallies with herself, she breaks free of the calcifying material of the breath, and it falls off of her.
Ragavan's going to use. Wait, which one's better here? Sorry. Ragavan's going to use Cure Wounds on Malagos, saying the heals for Malagos. The heals chosen especially to heal Malagos. Malagos' heals.
I get just 10 from that, right?
Yeah, 10.
You're welcome, Dumey.
Yes, I enjoyed that. Thank you.
Again, Ragavan would like to thank the great philosopher Okami.
Oh, as the bone golem kind of falls apart, there's like a gasp from within the trees from like different areas, and then there's like the sound of the underbrush like scurrying, leaves being moved as it slowly gets further away.
I think we handled that admirably.
We wouldn't have to have handled it at all if we didn't stop for kobolds.
Look, if we got Tima out of here once, I think I want to give us a chance to bring her back again. No.
Having a perfectly nice conversation with them, and then you insulted their god.
Exactly.
You joined after I insulted your god.
You're the one that intimidated them into making a giant bone demon thing.
But did we die?
We didn't die.
We didn't die. They didn't die for a king. The only thing that died was something that was already dead. I call this a win.
That was a lot of fun. I haven't shot that many arrows in 6 seconds in a while. I think I beat my personal best.
Ragavan says, all in all, I consider this a win for this party. Normally, someone dies. The only thing that died this time is something that was already dead.
Hey, how do you know that usually someone dies?
I've been here for a few days and I see that someone almost always dies.
I don't remember anyone dying yet.
People died at the Capitol.
Hobbs, the reason that you don't remember people dying is because you're usually the one who dies. The repeated head injury is giving you,
Wait, I've been dead? What?
Only once.
What?
This is an I see this as an absolute win.
You drowned.
Yeah, you drowned that one time, even though you're a fish. Ragavan still doesn't quite understand that.
Totally believing them, like, how did I come back to life?
It was okay, it was that one time you drowned in the water. So.
Yeah, Kyrie's the best healer in the West.
And Kalen saved you that one time, even though apparently you don't think Kalen can do anything. I got your back, Kalen.
Thanks.
Ragavan says, you give me the fishes, I give you the compliments.
As you all speak and talk amongst yourselves, a rock.
Oh, Malagas is looking for the. I was gonna say Malagas would have turned around and been like, well, we
Are
have
you
a
serious?
chat.
Oh, they ran off. But there is a rock that comes falling out of the sky, landing at y'all's feet. It's got a piece of parchment wrapped around of it.
Ragavan zooming over to it and grabbing it to read it.
Or not.
Ragavan, there's not much to read. No words. Just a picture of a very crudely drawn kobold that looks very heroic, like with a shield and a sword raised up to the sky, and then stick figures that kind of oddly resemble each one of your party.
Ragavan says, come say that to my face, you yellow-livered bastards.
They may be wanting to join us.
No, I'm pretty sure they don't want to join us. They want to kill us. Ragavan shows
It
you the
looks like
picture.
they're trying to kill us.
Not Cutius nemesis yet.
No, Cutius Nemesis is Bush.
Ragavan's like, what? Yeah, Ragavan's like, what is this group's deal? We're being attacked by little friggin' lizard people and bushes.
We weren't attacked by Bush.
Fine, we were accosted by them, but you get my point. Like, what did you guys do in a previous life?
I lived in the ocean.
Yeah, and apparently drowned. I still don't understand that.
I actually know what happened in my previous life, and yeah, I deserve this.
Okay, fair enough. What about the rest of you?
I have
did my
absolutely no
editing
idea what I
too many
did.
times.
Anyway, shall we continue to the creek?
Yes.
Actually, with a new tiny scaled nemesis possibly revealed, that is where we're going to call it for tonight. As we've been going for 3.5 hours. And Dumey is tired because he has been awake for 23.
Dimmer.
Yikes.
You gotta go for the. How long's it been?
23 hours.
Oh, we missed a chance. We missed a chance to 33.
I think you're getting yelled at, Dumey.
No, because we stopped yesterday at 4:42.
Hey, Kami, it's not Doomy's fault.
No, not this time.
I think at this point, Ragavan looks up and starts yelling to no one in particular, possibly a god. You've upset my great philosopher, you bastard!
Well, we did gain 1 follower tonight.
Yay!
So that's a plus.
I would like to say the mighty Ixen did not mean to anger the mighty follower, or not follower, the amazing philosopher.
I followed and refollowed, so I can say that I followed tonight.
Okay.
And I helped.
Yeah, we'll be doing this again next week. The Saturday after that, I believe, is an off week for us.
You have a good night. That was a lot of fun. That was a great session.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really good
Have a
session.
good
Oh, little kobold enemies. How terrible could this go?
All right,
Oh,
and
God. Hawks wanted to be Cluck Cluck so bad.
I'm not gonna lie, if you bring Cluck Cluck back as a NPC, you know what? You could have him as an NPC. I don't care.
I saw that message. But yeah, to all of our watchers, thanks for sticking with us tonight. It was a lot of fun. This is night 2 of our D&D stuff. Seems it's going to be entertaining for people. Remember to share. Remember to follow. Get us some more watchers. Send some people around. Have them check it out. And thanks for watching, guys. Remember, D&D is what you make of it. Have a good night.